This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
For your information, in the wake of violence at a school near Pittsburgh, we talk with the Hazleton Area School District Superintendent about safety for students. Hello again, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to FYI. I'm Ken Cara. Let's check out tonight's headlines from FYI News 13 and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. The remains of a popular restaurant that burned last month are no more. This was the scene today at the site of what had been Dementi's restaurant along Route 93 in Mountaintop. Flames destroyed the 100-year-old building, which had housed the McDonald family and their well-known restaurant. As we've been reporting, an all-you-can-eat pasta dinner will be held next Friday, April 18th from 4 to 8 p.m. at Sand Springs Country Club in Drums to benefit the McDonald family. Tickets are $15 for adults, $10 for children, 8 and younger. Eat in or take out, plus there will be tricky trays as well. Tickets can be purchased at Sand Springs Country Club and here at SSPTV. We will have more on this story in the coming days. Pottsville police need your help to find the man who robbed a city business at gunpoint. It happened around 10 a.m. Tuesday at Ambrose Hearing Center on East Norwegian Street. The alleged gunman, believed to be in his 20s, fled on foot. Anyone with information is asked to call 570-622-1234. Some good news for the Cunningham Borough Authority. The authority's auditor, Robert Moore of Dennis Moore & Associates, provided an audit report on Monday. He commended the authority for keeping an eye on finances and running the authority well. He says the overall operation produced a positive cash flow, even with building and equipment purchases. When asked if he thought the authority was an asset to the community, Moore replied, quote, "Absolutely." And some good news for those who need help paying their winter heating bills. Pennsylvania's Low-Income Home Energy Assistance Program, known as LIHEAP, has been extended through April 18th. The program was slated to end this Friday. For more information, call the LIHEAP hotline at 866-857-7095, visit a county assistance office, or log on to their website. As many as 20 people were injured seriously as a result of a stabbing incident at a high school near Pittsburgh this morning. One student is in custody. We talked about that situation in our super segment tonight. Plus, parents voiced concerns last night at a special town hall meeting in our area. Lisa Sugart discussed both these topics today with Hazleton Area School District Superintendent.
I'm pleased to be joined by Dr. Francis X. Antonelli, the Superintendent of Schools for the Hazleton Area School District. Dr. Antonelli, last night was a first-of-its-kind town hall meeting held for the Hazleton Area School District, a first in a series of meetings. So tell us what the reason was for that meeting.
It's an effort by the school board and central administration, really, Lisa, to increase transparency throughout the Hazleton Area School District. Gives the residents of the district and students, for that matter, an opportunity to come to the board. It's an open agenda, open forum, to express any concerns, interests that they may have in the district.
And some of the concerns, I guess, that were brought up last night, the number of guidance counselors for the Hazleton Area High School, and also what the information is used for on the application for the Hazleton Academy of Sciences.
We're well aware that we are somewhat understaffed within the guidance department here in the Hazleton Area School District. We certainly see the connection between counselors, mentoring students, and engaging students in daily discussions about academics, about student achievement, as well as any personal or social problems the students may be having, because that ultimately will impact student achievement. We are trying to address that concern, but again, we have to operate within the confines of our budget at this point in time.
And in regards to the application process for the Hazleton Academy of Sciences, a parent questioned whether that information being asked was for quotas or for demographics.
We do not have a quota system in place. It is for demographics. If you look at science or engineering related careers, those careers are traditionally underrepresented by females and minorities. So we want to make sure that we are putting together a programmatic offering that will be attractive to all our students and not just a certain segment of our students.
And finally, there will be more meetings, so the next one is coming up in May?
That's correct. It will be in May at the McAdoo Clares Elementary School with a date to be announced.
All right. right, we'll let you know when that date is established. On another subject, which I wish we didn't have to discuss, it wasn't a shooting, but it was a stabbing today at Franklin Regional High School, and that is about 15 miles east of Pittsburgh. Unfortunately, students injured, some severely injured in this incident. I know parents are talking about it today, so how would the Hazleton Area School District handle a scenario like this?
Well, first let me say it's very troublesome and very upsetting to me as an educator that the incident did occur in Pittsburgh, and my heart and prayers certainly goes out to the families of those students and the entire Pittsburgh school community. We are very fortunate here because, again, the Board of Education and Administration did make a commitment to school security and safety. As you know, we have metal detectors in all of our buildings. We have 14 SROs. They are Act 120 police officers that are armed. We have an additional 21 security monitors. We have a school police force here in the Hazleton Area School District of approximately 35 trained individuals. In fact, we are now contemplating hiring a chief of police here in the Hazleton Area School District because, quite frankly, Lisa, this may be the largest police force in the entire county. We are the 15th largest school district in the state out of 500, and we feel that it is necessary to have these measures in place, again, to protect our students and staff.
So you're doing the best you possibly can to prevent any kind of situation.
We are.
All righty. Well, Dr. Antonelli, thank you so much for joining us here today. We appreciate it, and we look forward to speaking with you again in the future.
I do too. Thanks, Lisa.
Tonight's From the Mayor desk spans 2 counties. The borough of McAdoo will be street sweeping the entire length of Kennedy Drive tomorrow, April 10th. Residents and businesses on those streets are encouraged to sweep their sidewalks into the street, but please do not sweep into piles. Violators will be ticketed and will have their vehicles towed while the street sweeping is going on. Here's the street sweeping schedule for the city of Hazleton tomorrow, and remember, this is weather permitting, and if weather is a factor, they will move these streets to the next business day. So I'm declaring today Twitter Tuesday because someone, forgot to post the contest on our Twitter yesterday. My bad, but here's your chance to win $15 at Bottlenecks. That's a $15 Bottlenecks gift card and a free week at Core Fitness. Follow us on Twitter and retweet our Twitter contest information to be entered to win. And here's a little preview of the Standard Speaker's Thursday edition. Butler Township supervisors gave their okay to hire 2 new police officers. The Speaker will have that story. And a volunteer group is trying to fix up a playground in McAdoo. They met with the Borough Council at a recent meeting, and the Standard Speaker was there. In Your Community is coming up next on FYI, and tonight's segment is What's the Sense? In sports, I talk local sports with the Standard Speaker's sports editor, Dave Seaman. Stay tuned, there's more FYI on the way.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Well, here comes Peter Cottontail. Thanks for joining us here on FYI. It's a series we have every Wednesday with Tamara, and we are at the Sage Exchange once again talking about baskets, and we're doing this on a budget.
On a budget, always a budget. Everybody's out, they're getting ready to plant, they're getting their soil, they're getting their grass seed, straw. Well, these are like the major ingredients to the most awesomest baskets for kids.
Okay.
And they'll have so much fun making them.
All right, so I need to get straw.
Straw.
Okay.
It must be straw. There is a difference, not hay. We learned that. Grass seed and some potting soil.
Okay.
And all I did is I picked up, these are like a $2.
Okay.
They have different sizes. You're going to take any type of a basket, really, that's wire. You're going to fill it with the straw. Mm-hmm. You're going to put the dirt in. You're going to put the grass seed in it. Okay. And it takes about 2 weeks for the grass to come up. It's a real live Easter basket. They are adorable. I have them over here.
She has the finished product. Look how cute they are. Complete with the little Easter eggs, and you could put whatever you want in them. Look at how adorable that is. It's something that is so easy to do. Again, you need to wait a couple weeks so that the grass grows, correct?
Yeah, and the kids just love them. They're so nice outside to hang them in the trees when they're doing their little Easter hunts. All I did here was take some of these, again, little fabric strips, tie it. I took some food coloring and soaked the straw to turn it pink on this one. You can see that.
For the bottom part, I love that.
There is like no limit. You could just do whatever you want. It's all, safe. Everything is safe with it.
And you can find all the directions on Tamara's website. Next week, we are going to be working with pallets. What's the sense? We'll find out next week right here on FYI.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
Blue skies smiling at us today from Mountaintop. It looks like it's a sign of things to come, as well as we have good news as we take a look at News 13 weather from the National Weather Service. Tonight will be clear, a little cold, low around 35. Thursday, though, sunny with a high near 60 as we move into the 4-day forecast. Thursday night, a slight chance of showers after 11 p.m. Low around 45. Friday, there's a chance of showers, 40%, but the high will be near 55. Friday night, another 40% chance of showers, low around 39. Then for Saturday, mostly sunny with a high near 59. It looks like a beautiful weekend. Saturday night, partly cloudy, low around 39. And then for Sunday, even warmer than Saturday, partly sunny, high near 66. Sunday night, there's a chance of showers, but it'll be mostly cloudy with a low around 46. I recently spoke with Ben Turano from the Sexual Assault Resource Counseling Center in Schuylkill County about a new campaign called Green Dot. Ben, there's a lot to talk about with this Green Dot campaign, so we'll jump right into it. If you could tell us what it is and why it has the name Green Dot. I found that really interesting.
Certainly can. Green Dot is a research-informed philosophy that seeks to engage bystanders who may be aware of acts of power-based personal violence, which can be anything from domestic dispute and abuse all the way through child abuse and acts of bullying. Green Dot takes its name from the idea that if you look at a map of, say, the United States and a disease is spreading, we have red dots populating the map very rapidly. It's the spread of a disease until the entire country is covered by them. The philosophy wants to replace those red dots of acts of power-based personal violence with green dots, moments in time in which people choose to do something to intervene, usually through one of three methods: diffusing the situation, distracting the people that are involved just to end that particular situation, or delegating someone else to take responsibility, a police officer, a social worker, a family member.
Now, why is there such a need for this program? And talking before this interview, you referenced the show, What Would You Do?
Correct.
Even. So why is there such a need for this program, and how can it really help?
Most people are familiar with that show, and it asks the question, what would you do when people, when you see something happening, when people are intervening, and recognizing your own personal obstacles in intervening in someone else's anger situation, violence situation. Many people do nothing, they just watch and they go on. Some people will dial a phone and call for an authority member, but most people seem to ignore it, think it's not their business, because we've been trained in society to disconnect and walk away. It's not our business. But in fact, in many cases, what's happening in the world around us does affect us. And when a person is becoming a victim through an act of violence, it's the responsibility of everyone else around to act and to intervene.
How can people get involved in this program? If they want to learn more, can they contact you? You said you have a team that's getting ready to go out there and kind of move this campaign along. Right.
In Tamaka, we have a team of 22 trained launch members, ambassadors, and we're gearing up for a formal rollout of our program, in which later in the summer and early into the fall, we'll actually be doing bystander intervention training at groups and facilities that request us to come by. Between now and then, we're doing a lot of the groundwork, relationship building with people in the community who will support the Green Dot philosophy and the program.
All right, well, Ben, thank you so much for your time here today. And that was all about the Green Dot program. You can learn more online or at our Facebook page. You don't have to hunt for Easter egg hunts in our area as we move toward our community calendar. Faith Assembly's annual Easter egg extravaganza is this Saturday from 10 a.m. until noon. There's over 10,000 Easter eggs. Think about that for a second. For our full community calendar, visit us on Facebook or at SSPTV.com. And now here's your midday winning Pennsylvania lottery numbers: the Daily 196, the Big 4 6104, Quinto 01366, Treasure Hunt 3 14 24 25 and 28. Stay with us. FYI, we'll be right back.
I'm Julie Ferry. I'm the Administrative Assistant with the Chamber of Commerce, and today we're talking about the Great PA Cleanup. This will be the 32nd year that the Chamber has coordinated this event, and it's done in coordination with all of the local municipalities as well as PennDOT, who provides us all of the supplies for all of our volunteers who go out to clean up the area roadways. And I'm sure everyone knows, with as bad of a winter as we've had, the roadways are certainly in need of some litter cleanup, and this is where we ask civic organizations, just groups of citizens who care about their area and want to make this look like a nicer place to live, which it is. What we do is we ask people to get a group together, however few or as many people as you can, to pick a designated area, provided it's not one that's already being cleaned by another organization. We provide the bags, vests, gloves, coupons for restaurants for all of our volunteers. And on Saturday, April 26th is a designated day to go out and make Pennsylvania a little more beautiful than it is. And like I said, with the bad winter that we've had, there's certainly a lot of area, roadways and parks that are in need of some help. And it's a great way for groups and civic organizations, anyone who may need some volunteer hours to give back and be a part of their community. So we have forms available here at the Chamber. Anyone can stop in to fill out a form, call. The form is also available on our website at hazeltonchamber.org.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
I don't want to make any promises, but I have a good feeling we'll have some actual spring sports highlights for you tomorrow and Friday. Until then, here's more of my discussion with Standard Speaker sports editor Dave Seaman. Here's our local sports discussion. Dave, you said you were at the Cougar basketball banquet over the weekend. Big news obviously coming out recently, Sal Biazzi being named first team All-State for the Hazelton area Cougars. If you talk about the banquet and also the honor Sal received.
The honor Sal received is I believe, unprecedented. Last year was a third team All-State. To move up to first team All-State. Looking back at the records, I'm hard pressed to find any athletes who have been two-time All-State player from this area in any sport. I'm sure there are some. I don't want to get in trouble, but I'm sure there are some. But Sal definitely deserved it. We've talked about him in weeks past. The season that he had and he put together was unbelievable. Statistics alone, but just the way he was a leader and he led the team. And I think I've talked to you before about how he reminded me of Connecticut's Shabazz Napier. Maybe not at that level, but just the way he carried his team and willed his team. And at the banquet, it was a fantastic affair. The Coach Mike Joseph and assistant coach Brian Casadas and Nate Tabalco, they did a fantastic job rewarding the players, awarding the players for all their tremendous accomplishments. Talked continuously about the senior class, and one moment that I was touched by at the end of the banquet, they're presenting awards. The players were presenting awards to the coaches, and Sal actually got up and made a couple of remarks, and off the cuff he said he had nothing prepared, but it was a very touching moment. He thanked his teammates, his coaches, the fans, and how much he appreciated being a part of the Hazelton area program. And he said something he's going to treasure the rest of his life, and he's going to look back at it as the greatest 4 years of his life. And to see a kid in that position, in a vulnerable position, and just look really humbled by the whole situation, it's why you cover high school sports.
Dave, last thing I wanted to ask you about, a few weeks ago, or maybe a week ago, we talked about people from our area who made it big in the national sports world. One person we didn't mention was Nate Eachus, and you always talk about that Cole region mentality, the toughness. He seems to epitomize that, really. Every step he's gone, he's been one where if you said at the college level at Colgate, well, okay, maybe he'll be decent, and he exceeded expectations there. Now to the NFL, it's kind of the same thing. What do you always think about Nate?
Nate's funny you should bring Nate Eachus. I read a report earlier this week that Nate had a tryout with the Chicago Bears. Different Twitter reports. So the Chicago Bears are a formidable team. They put some nice pieces together. For Nate to have a chance to make the Chicago Bears one of the storied franchises in all the NFL, another young man. We call them kids, but they grow up before your eyes. Anything he sets his mind to, Nate Eachus' little accomplishment. I mean, he has as much drive and physical gifts as any athlete we've ever had in this area.
I asked Dave one other question. I thought it was interesting. See what you think at our Facebook page. Well, tennis, anyone? You don't really have a choice since Lisa and I lay out the newscast. Nicholas Villov got things going in the right direction for MMI at #1 singles, and Jonathan Smith won at #3 singles for the Preppers. But Crestwood's Robbie Shovlin got a big win at #2 singles, and both of the Comets doubles teams, John Andrews and David Maddle, and Chris Vizzini and Christian Malkimenis, got victories, and the Comets came away with their first win of the season. Tomorrow is opening night for the Rail Riders. They swept. Here's a look at what Russ Kanzler did in a doubleheader yesterday. He went 3 for 6 in 2 games and lifted his average to .385. It's Wednesday, and here's some delicious alliteration. It's signature steak night at Bottlenecks. All of their signature steaks are only $9.95 plus bottomless soup and salad for only $2.95.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. First tonight, happy birthday to Helen Sacchetti of Junedale. This wish comes with love from your family and friends. And remember to save the date for Ladies' Night for Sight, all to benefit community services for Sight. The event will be held Friday, May 16th at Carmen's Country Inn in Drums. We'll be having music, appetizers, free services, vendors, and a special diamond drop. For more information, please call 570-582-5302. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Kay Boran of Drums. Funeral will be held Thursday at 11 a.m. from the Rosenstock Funeral Home. Friends may call Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. Frederick G. Sauer of Hazelton. Memorial is Saturday at 2 p.m. from the Faith UCC. Friends may call Saturday from 1 to 2 p.m. The Rosenstock Funeral Home is assisting the family with the arrangements. Betty Lou Welsh of Sugarloaf. Funeral is Friday at 11 a.m. from the Harmon Funeral Home. Friends may call Thursday from 6 to 9 p.m. and Friday from 10 to 11 a.m. Alan L. Katansky Sr. of Mountain Grove. Funeral is Saturday at 2 p.m. in the Trinity Lutheran Church. Friends may call Saturday from 1 to 2 p.m. The Harmon Funeral Home is assisting the family with the arrangements. Nerlene R. Wentel of Cunningham. Funeral is Thursday at 1:30 p.m. in the Mountain View Cemetery. The Harmon Funeral Home is assisting the family with the arrangements. Anna Prebula of Hazelton. Mass is Saturday at 10 a.m. in the St. Joseph's Church. Friends may call Saturday from 9 to 10 a.m. The Joseph A. Moran Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. Anna Chapella of West Hazelton. Arrangements will be announced by the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home. George Gambita Jr. of Freeland. Services will be held at the convenience of the family from the McNulty Funeral Home. Metro Postic of McAdoo. Arrangements are by the Cropton Hughes Funeral Home. And Melanie Cole of Hagerstown, Maryland. Services are Saturday at 2:30 p.m. at the Minich Funeral Home. Friends may call Saturday beginning at 1:30. Tonight's obituaries have been brought to you by the Smilax Floral Shop located on 15th Street in Hazelton. Palm Cross is now on sale for April 13th. Call 570-454-0111. Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name right now in News 13, you have 13 minutes to call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Our winner tonight is Denise Yannick of Hazel Township. Denise, if you're watching, give us a call right now, 570-459-9813 to win your free movie.
That's FYI for tonight. Tomorrow afternoon on SSPTV, we have a new Real Life in the OR that will air at 2:30 p.m. And before we leave, we want to say congratulations to Greater Hazelton Chamber President Donna Palermo on winning the 2014 Athena Award. Well, thanks for watching FYI. This is your town. This is your show. Until tomorrow, take it easy.